Hello everyone, welcome back to NELL Academy, the home of learning and success. Today we are marking the 2024-2025 National Biology examination from question 13 to question 21. So follow carefully, check your answers and run together so you can perform better next time. So we are going through this question until we get to this last. This is the last question we really talk about in this video. So let's begin. The question 13. In the presence of oxygen, what the process does the body rely on to produce energy during intense exercises? A. Aerobic respiration. B. Lactic acid fermentation. C. Alcoholic fermentation. D. Glycolysis. So the answer is B. The answer is B. Here is why. Because when there is no enough oxygen, like during hard exercises, the body uses lactic acid fermentation to keep making energy. That is why your muscle feel sore. So let's go to the question number 14. Which of the following is an example of how skin helps maintain body temperature during excessive heat? So A. Vasodilation and sweating. B. Vasoconstriction and shivering. C. Increased blood flow to internal organs. D. Decreased sweating and increased hair growth. So here the answer is A. Vasodilation and sweating. The answer is A. Vasodilation and sweating. It's vasodilation and sweating, because when it is hot, blood vessels widen, which is vasodilation, and we sweat when we sweat. The sweat cools the body as it evaporates. That is why it's sweating and vasodilation. So let's jump to the question number 15. In the human eye, which part is primarily responsible for detecting light and converting it into nerve impulses? A. Retina. B. Lens. C. Cornea. D. Pupil. So the answer on the question 15 is also A, which is retina. Here's why it is retina. The retina is like a camera screen. It catches light and sends signals to the brain so we can see. That is why it's retina. So let's go to the question number 16. Question number 16 is match the reproductive organs in column A with their function in column B. So in A, reproductive organ, B, their function. 1. So let's match them. Yes, I1 testis is their function is the production of sperm. Then ovary is the production of eggs. You know that ovary its function is production of eggs. So the uterus is a site where embryo develops. And there's no comment here. It's where site where embryo develops. So lastly, from fallopian tube, it's that tube where the fertilization occurs. Yes, where the fertilization occurs. So simply that's it. Testis makes sperm, ovary makes egg, fertilization happening in fallopian tube, and embryo grows in the uterus. So let's jump on the question number 17. Which of the following best describes a virus? A microorganism can be reproductive independently, non-living particle that send a host cell to replicate. C. A type of bacteria that causes infections. D. A protozoan parasite that infects humans. So the correct answer is A, which is non-living particle that needs a host cell to replicate. I mean it's B. Yes, it's B. It's B. It's B, not A. The answer is B. It's non-living particle that needs a host cell to replicate. Because virus cannot live or reproduce alone, it must enter a living cell to multiply. Yes, that's why it's B. Then the question number 18. State whether each of the following statement is true or false. Yes, true or false. So we are going to say if it's true or false. Yes. Let us write here. Yes, A. Using condom. A is using condom correctly during sexual intercourse can reduce risk of contracting HIV and other STIs, which means sexual transmitted infections. So the answer is true. That is true. True. You know that the using condoms can help us to reduce that risk of getting sexual transmitted infections or diseases. So B, HIV can be transmitted through casual contact such as shaking hands or hugging. So the answer is false. Is false because shaking hands and making hugs does not what? Does not cannot transmit the HIV. Yes, C we are having that. Limiting the number of sexual partners can reduce risk of contracting STIs, which means sexual transmitted disease infections and HIV. So the statement C is true because when you are using one partner, so that which means it's very likely that you cannot get those diseases from outside. So that is true statement. That is true. So on the statement D, taking a pre-exposure taking pre-exposure prophylaxis can help to reduce risk of acquiring HIV in high-risk individuals. So the sub-question D is it true? The sub-question is true also. Is it true? Now, on question 18, the last assessment is that sharing in needles for drugs use is a common way that HIV can be transmitted. So, as a student now, you know the sharing needles for drug use can cause the HIV. Sharing needles can cause spread of HIV. So that assessment is also true. Is also true. So let's now jump to the question 19. Question 19. Yes, question 19. On the question 19, the family who regularly attend community health education programs is more likely A. Neglect health habits for favor of traditional practices. B. More aware of health risks and preventive measures. C. Avoid health care professionals due to distrust. D. Ignore health care and health exercises. So, on the question 19, the correct answer is Z. The correct answer is Z. Is B. The correct answer is B. Because health education teaches families how to live healthy and avoid diseases. So that is why they become aware of health risk and preventing measures. Now, the question number 20. When deciding whether to have sexual relationship, which of the following should a young adult consider to make informed and responsible decisions? A. A level of sexual experience each partner has, the availability of birth control methods, the long-term emotional and physical consequences of relationship, whether the relationship is romantic or based purely on physical attraction. So the correct answer is C. The correct answer is C. The correct answer is C. Long-term. I think C. Yes, that is it. Yes, for me, I can choose that to see the long-term emotional and physical consequences of the relationship. So you can ask me why. Because being responsible means thinking about the future, health, emotions, and the possible outcomes. Yes, that's why being responsible. Yes, that's why we should consider that. Yes. The last question of today is the question 21. So it does asking, how does the water cycle contribute to sustaining the ecosystem? A. Increasing the salinity of water bodies. It ensures water is continuously available to plants, animals, and humans. It stops evaporation of water. D. It prevents contamination of water sources. So the answer is B. The answer is B. It ensures water is continuously available to plants, animals, and humans. Because water cycle keeps water, it's a cycle, keeps water moving from rain to rivers to air, so all living can have water to survive. So that is the last question of today, I think. That is where you come from question number 13 to question 2021. So well done, everyone. That is the end of today's marking from NELL Academy. I hope you learned something new and now understand how to answer better in the next exam. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to NELL Academy for more national exam discussions and lessons. So keep studying and keep improving, and see you in the next video.